a project, cedar project. You can see the cedar behind me, of a porch, and then a deck was added. And what we're challenged with here, we knew it was going to be a big job and get into some other stuff because of the age of the cedar and some of the rot that we were seeing on posts and stuff on the exterior. But anyway, if you look around, ceiling, I mean, the wood is beautiful, really nice. Got beams, everything. I don't know why I'm turning around, because when I can just turn this around, give you a better view. And then you can see the deck that was added. So what happens is we have this porch, and then the deck was added. Once the deck was added, and you can see this is PT out here, cedar in here, older cedar, red cedar, western red. Then what happened was this deck was added, and this deck was added, there was a lot of weight put towards it. The wood was not in good shape. They tried to patch stuff. It's collapsed where it was rotted. The door actually wouldn't close. There was a door on each side, but this side has actually sunk. And we're going to show you that in a minute. So what we're challenged with here is, what happened and what's going on here. So as we look at this, and I've seen this with decks built years ago, where they used pressure treated. We didn't build this, so it's not we, it's they. They used pressure treated wood for the framing. But what happens is, and you can see, they use cedar rim joists. And when they did, it rotted. Now, there's not a double here, so when the cedar goes bad, then cedar rots, you just take it off and it's so good. But yet everything else is good PT underneath. So what happens is the rim joist is bad. When the rim joist is bad, what we're going to do here is we're going to end up having to replace some of these posts and so forth. But what happened was the weight of the deck was tied in here. And they built the deck, but when they built the deck, as you can see in a second, not even really sitting on the beam. This was notched, and it actually needs to be higher. But as you can see here, that is a joist that's collapsed, and everything is sunk over here. And I don't know if you can see, but this is on an angle. It's really not doing anything. So everything's shifted down because the weight of the deck has pulled that down. So what we're gonna have to do is jack this up, put in some new footings, and gonna have to reinforce this, get this leveled up, fix the joists on this end, and then where some of this stuff is bad, what we're gonna do is we're actually, when we build a deck, we'll do picture framing with composite. We're actually gonna do the same thing on here. Is we're gonna come in here and picture frame the entire inside so we can cut out the bad stuff on the outside. So we got a little bit more than we expected to do. Same thing here. They used cedar stringers. We built up new steps, and then what we're going to do is we use the PT for the stringers, and then we'll put 1x cedar. You can put 2x cedar on the outside too. That way it's more matching and more decorative. I don't know why people do that. It's more or less, I don't think it's really to save money. I don't know what it is, but you want all the wood to match. If you have cedar, you put cedar up. If you have PT, you put PT up. But if you have to, you can always use 1x8. By the way, on the outside rim joist that I was talking about, what you should do is you put the PT here, okay, the rim joist, or the outside. You can call it face, you call it whatever you want. But the rim joist that goes on the outside, that should be PT. And then on the outside, you can put 1x6 or 1x8, whatever it is, fascia or whatever along the outside, and that's more decorative. That way, if the outside board has any issues or anything, you just pop in the 1x off and you can replace that. I don't know why people don't do that, especially when it comes to cedar, because that's how it should be done. Yet I see a lot of it. I've seen decks where, the railing's bad, and people say, why is the railing da-da-da-da-da, and I go and find out that the rim joist is cedar on a cedar deck, and everything else is PT, and there's no way to tighten those railings up because it's shot at that point. So that's kind of case in point here, but we have older cedar, we have the rim joisted cedar, we have a couple things that are compromised and not so good, and then you go and you add the weight of that deck over there, and just so you saw underneath, the beam that runs underneath runs this way and that way. There's no beam that goes across, which would have helped support the end of that deck there. They tried to tie it into the existing joists that were here, but there's no real beam or support underneath. And that becomes the issue. So we're gonna remedy that. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna level it up and save this outdoor porch, which still has, like I say, beautiful wood, beautiful ceiling, beams, everything. We just gotta get this bottom straightened out. A little bit of a bigger project than some people like to do. We have fun with this kind of stuff. And the next project for the Wizard of Wood and his team. Great team we have working here on the project. And they know their stuff. So all good. All right, thanks for watching. And can't wait to show you the finished project. We've got it stained, repaired, everything. It's going to be a fun project. Very rewarding. Love this work. Thank you for watching.